All right, we're
Welcome,
ready to go.
welcome everybody to the Licensing Committee of Community Board 1. I'm Susan Cole, the chair, and my co-chair is Francis Curtis, who's also here, and the rest of most of my committee. We don't quite have a quorum, but we're going to start. But I would please like you all to remember, any of the community members out there who have any complaints about noise or bars that are not adhering to the stipulations. There is a procedure, and we ask that you do it, that you call 311, report it, get a number, and then call the community board the next day or whenever and give us that number. That's how we have the information we need to move forward. And if anybody's here from DeBrosses Street, I have also asked our staff people to check when they're going in front of the SLA, and we can post that for people to know, since we've continued to have trouble in that neighborhood. So let's proceed. Somehow, Onej, I don't have the agenda in front of me, so I don't know who's first, second, or third.
Broad Street.
No
Right?
problem.
What's first, Francis?
Broad Street.
Broad Street.
25 Broad
Okay.
Street.
No, that would actually
No?
be 412 Greenwich.
Oh, that's not the
It's
way-
not in order. Why don't you put it on the screen for everybody to see?
Okay, okie dokie.
I don't know why I hear myself.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on? I'm hearing myself too.
I have an echo.
It's bad enough
That
I have to talk, but an echo is more than I can bear. Are you better? Yes, it seems to be better. Thank you, Onej.
Bernard's here. Okay, that's better.
Okay,
Bernard's
great.
here.
Hi, Bernard. Thank you. All right, so let's go. Why don't you put up our first candidate? Our first applicant, so to speak.
Okay, for the first, for the representatives for 412 Greenwich Street, please raise your hands so that I can put you over to panelists. Okay, I see you, and you can unmute. I see someone on the call. I am asking you to unmute, and you're free to speak.
All right.
Mason?
Yes. So I'm not sure. Is my camera supposed to work as well, or doesn't really matter?
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay, as long as you can hear me.
We can.
Great. Good. Well, good evening, members. My name is Mastin Sansom. I'm joined here. I'm the attorney for the applicant. I'm joined here by Raul Sado. He is the owner of the establishment. The applicant name is Kuma Eats LLC. The name of the establishment is Le Bay French restaurant. And the application before you is an alteration application to add basically spaced for a sushi restaurant, an adjoining sushi restaurant, as well as expand a little bit of the existing premises, the French restaurant. The space added is about 1,500 square feet for the sushi portion of the restaurant, as well as no additional bars will be added except for an additional service bar. So it's not going to be a customer bar. The hours of operation, looking to also, if we may, expand the hours of operation a little bit during the week to 12 a.m. The establishment has been in operation here since we last met for for a number of months. I hopefully that some of you have been able to enjoy some of the exquisite food. I'd like to turn it over to Raul to talk a little bit about the space, the alteration, and generally the restaurant in general.
Thank you, Maston. Can you hear me all?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you, everyone, for giving us the time today. So we applied for the liquor license last, I believe it was August. We opened the restaurant on March 29th, and some of you may have noticed, but within 6 months of operation, we have received a 1 Michelin star for the French restaurant La Baie as of October of this year. And the adjacent next door is in the same property. It was one space to begin with, which we have taken over from the landlord under rental agreements. And we are basically poking a hole and expanding our existing space with a private dining room for the French restaurant. And adjacent to that, we are planning to add a small by reservation only omakase sushi restaurant, which will be headed by a chef from Brushstroke back in the days, Ichimura, who is also a 2 Michelin star sushi chef. So this is really an expansion of the space within the same building, within the same space, and I believe you also have in front of you a support from the condo board. The only 2 changes that we're requesting for is the expansion of the space, obviously. The bar that will be in the new space is a service bar, simply to serve people, not at the bar, but more as an operational servicing bar. There will be no seats at the bar. And the other change is originally our liquor license was allowed until 11 p.m. on weekdays and 12 a.m. on weekends on Fridays and Saturdays. Hereby, where we are asking is really no Sundays, but Monday to Friday until 12 a.m. No live music, no outdoor music. Again, recorded music only, and obviously I believe there has been no complaints whatsoever over the last 3 months of or last 6, 7, 8 months of our operation. So we kindly ask the board to approve our request.
Are there any questions from the board? Any members?
I have my hand up.
I have, okay.
Okay, Mitch.
I could, yes, I just been scanning the application, and so I'm always confused a little about the procedure. They say they checked off that they will be applying for an outdoor cafe, an outdoor thing. So that wasn't mentioned,
Yes.
even though maybe it didn't have to be mentioned. And they also, in the hours that they have, they chose that they will be keeping their windows open, weather permitting, and they wanted that for the full hours, 11 p.m. on weekdays and midnight on weekends. I know that that kind of goes, those hours go against the open
Yes.
window thing for us. And so, and then it says
Yeah,
they
I
will,
appreciate that question. So let me answer that part first. So for the outdoor part, we have always agreed that it will not be until whatever the license hours are. So outdoors will be closed at 10 p.m. latest.
well, that's not what it said. You have to change the application then.
They will. They have to.
Okay, great.
It will right now, and it's until 10 p.m. And weather permitting, we're not putting in any umbrellas, any heaters, any whatsoever. So which means technically and realistically right now, we have already taken off all of our seats outdoor. And again, whenever it's cold, it's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. That so 3/4 of the year it will be happening. Then the other thing is you didn't. It's funny you didn't check off. Let me get to the page. You checked off. You were very meticulous in checking off certain boxes, except for the box saying I will not apply for a sidewalk cafe license until at least a year after beginning operation. You left that one blank.
Yes. So the sidewalk cafe, the original sidewalk cafe, which was approved, was under the. I apologize for my ignorance, but it was under the COVID law, and that was for 12 seats. Now, with the expanded, obviously, the real estate that we have, we're adding additional 16 seats. I believe the COVID law still exists, and we are going to go after that based on that. And obviously, once that switches over, we're more than happy to comply with every single rule that you may imply.
So then the check mark should be no, we are not going to wait at least a year after beginning operation for the sidewalk cafe.
I
No,
don't
it is
think,
a new space, so we are not expanding under our existing space. We're expanding based on our new space.
My point is that there's a yes and no box there, and nothing is checked. So
Yeah, the yes and no really depends on how you interpret it. What I'm saying is that it's going to be based on the new space, so you have to interpret the way you want to interpret. But I don't want it to be viewed as we're adding more seats on an existing space.
Well, you can put a qualifier in that, in the application. This is for the
I'm
new-
interpreting it the way it reads in English. I will not apply for a sidewalk cafe until at least a year after the beginning operation. And to me, that your answer is no. I will not wait a year. No, I'm not saying I'm for or
Right.
against it. I'm just saying that, let's not play with semantics.
Right.
No. I
He's
totally
saying that
agree
he's
with that.
gonna
So
have it.
that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just to follow up on what Mitch was asking, as far as the outdoor seating is concerned, you already took advantage of the COVID, the outdoor seating situation that's currently in existence for your current place, and you have how many seats there? Outdoors? 12, you said? 12. And
Yeah.
you are saying that because you are expanding your space, that entitles you to add on to your existing outdoor space because you're adding more indoor space.
Correct. Well, indoor
but
space and
I
also
don't know
outdoor
about
real
that.
estate, right?
if you look at,
Yeah.
sorry, if you look at the diagrams that should be in your packet, you'll see how the new proposed area that has the blue shading or blue outline.
Yeah, keep that there, Onej, please. Yeah.
I believe, and then you have another diagram that's the diagram of the outdoor space that's being added.
Right.
Yeah, but
Right.
you're saying
And all of
that
this,
you're interpreting the law as because you're adding more indoor space, that gives you the right
No.
to
We're
add
no.
more outdoor.
Susan, we're interpreting as we're also adding outdoor space because we're holding more outdoor. Well, we're holding more on-street facade,
right.
if I may.
And I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't know how the law reads, because basically then anybody that
Well, I think you should know
expands
how the law reads, because whether you
I
feel
will,
comfortable or
I
not
will,
is
sir.
not
I
really the
will.
question
I
here.
will, but so that means that you're increasing your outdoor space to like 24 seats.
Correct.
Right. And what is
Because-
your
And if
indoor
you want us to
capacity?
reduce that, I'm fine by that. But
What
I
is your
just don't
indoor
want
capacity?
by my feeling judgment.
No. It won't be by my feeling. I'm just
Because
trying
it
to
sounds like that
understand
right now.
the whole process.
No, it's not a
That's how
feeling.
you're interpreting it.
It's not
the
a
whole
feeling.
process.
It's the
It's
policy.
the whole.
Wait one sec. It's the policy of this committee to present to the board based on what has
Well,
been.
it's very interesting because you're approving the hotel to have 1 a.m. while not approving us to do 12 a.m. and also a 10 p.m. closure for the outdoor space, which you have in the neighborhood in multiple places.
We do have 10.
But,
True.
sir, that's regarding other properties and other situations, but just looking at your
Well,
space.
what is the other situation?
Answer
If
my
you could
question.
explain that, that would
How
be
much
very
Wait.
helpful.
Stop.
How much indoor space? I mean, the purpose of the law was to accommodate those restaurants and eating establishments that had small space inside when COVID was high.
Yes, we
So
have very
when
small
people
space
did-
inside
and
in the new
people
place.
and people did not want to sit inside. Okay, but now
Correct. So,
things have opened
If
up
you
a
kindly
little.
look at our
And how much
diagram, so if
how
you-
much indoor space do
Yeah,
you
if you-
have?
So if we're expanding the space by 1.5 times, let's put it that way, if you do the calculation of the square footage. So right now, we have however many seats we have, which is in the record. We're adding only 18 more seats plus 8 more seats or 6 more seats indoors. So that's not 1.5 times. And therefore, we're using more space for the kitchen, very little space for the eating establishment for the expanded space.
Okay.
And therefore, the justification is that we are applying for the outdoor space. Now, again, realistically speaking, if you have known us, noticed us at all, we are a fine dining place. We are not serving food outside in the cold or in the warm. And this is not a party house, as we all very well know.
Yes,
It's a
just,
And
we
therefore,
understand.
if I may finish,
Yeah.
therefore, I think it is in the interest of the neighborhood and in interest of a realistic way without, okay, how much space, whatever it is, and so on and so forth. If you do the math, it's very clear. What the number of seats that we have in the existing place, if you do the math on the new space, we have far less seats inside. Now, does that justify to have more seats outside? Are we going to make more money outside? Are we going to throw a party outside? Absolutely not. So I just want you to think it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, well, sir,
So-
we said nothing about throwing parties, so you can.
That's not the issue. Let me just get through this for one moment.
Susan,
So, yeah, just let me ask the question and then I will call on you, Karen.
thank
The
you.
question that I need to answer, because we're at a disadvantage, I don't have papers in front of me at the moment. I need you to tell me, please, what this omakase, what this sushi, fine sushi place, how many people are going to be indoors in that space?
8 seating per night by reservation only, 2 turns, 16 seats per night.
Okay.
And to be honest, Susan, we are asked to provide the documents to you by our deadline. It is absolutely unacceptable. You don't have the papers in front of you. I apologize, but this is unacceptable.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't have it. I have it when it goes through the computer. That's not the issue. I just wanted to know.
Yes, but
how
the
many-
fact that you don't have it in front of you is
I've read it
unacceptable.
before. I asked you a question. You don't have to tell me what's acceptable or not.
Susan,
Okay.
No,
can I
it
just
doesn't make sense. You don't have the piece of paper in front of you, which you made me a
No, no,
client
no, no,
for
no.
by time.
In a minute.
can I just interject and ask for a repeat of,
We have the echo. You don't have to be contentious with us. We're just asking the questions.
I don't, but I really do not appreciate when we are forced to put everything together in time, and then it is actually disrespectful to the business owners when you do not have those pieces of papers in front of you and you keep asking, I don't have it in front of me, I don't have it in front of me. That is actually disrespectful, and I can attest to that in front of everyone because this is a recorded line, I believe.
It's fine. You can attest to whatever you would like. I just told you I didn't have it in front of me. The rest have it in front of them. I do not. I asked the question. So let's move on. All right. So
It's on the computer. Well, just to add, Susan,
I
it's on
know.
the computer. We're not in person, sir. we don't have a piece of paper in front of us. We're all
Yeah, get your
volunteers relying
computer
Francis,
on
up in
our
front of you
computers.
because that's the
Francis,
new
it's
world.
not
I'm
worth it.
sorry.
Francis, it's not worth it.
Okay.
Okay? It's just not.
He's working against himself.
All right, just relax.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm telling you that you're working against yourself because you're not being sincere. You're just pulling it off as an impromptu meeting. You need to be prepared. You need to watch and read the documents that is
So
submitted to
Just
you.
he's
It is
volunteered to
disrespectful.
defend his community.
Just wait 1 second, sir. Okay? In 1 minute, I'm going to tell you to come back in a month.
Yeah.
So I can
Right.
calm down. I don't
That's-
need
yeah.
this. Neither does
All
the
right.
committee. Okay? So stop. Stop.
Yeah.
And Mr. Sansom, make sure your client stops.
Okay.
Clients.
That's not what
All
this is about. We're not into doing you in. We're trying to get information and understand how it's going to look.
I understand that,
That's it.
but ma'am, seriously,
Hold on,
this
Raul.
is
Let's just
no,
listen to the
please,
questions here.
Enough.
Yeah, let's just.
Please.
Karen, go right
this
ahead.
is
I
this is
just,
unfair. This
if
is
you look at,
unfair.
okay, I would like
Right.
whoever it is who's talking to have enough respect to be quiet briefly. If you look at the page about size and capacity, the number of people exceeds our threshold for a large venue. So in the event that this 61 plus 2 plus 14 is more than 75. So so if this does go forward, any stipulation would have to have on it the large venue issues. Just want to point that out.
Thank you, Karen.
which is the public assembly permit and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'm not, I think everybody was trying to get a grip on how it was going to look and what it was going to be. And those
Yeah.
were the questions. Nobody was questioning the right to do it or not to do it. We were just trying to get a picture of it in our head. You have your other space. We understand what that is. There've been, as you are correct, there've not been any complaints about your one-star Michelin restaurant. And it's very nice to have it in the neighborhood. But we're looking at this, and we always look at the outside. I understand where you're going with this. My only question, I don't have any trouble with the hours. I always have trouble with Sunday, but that's me personally. But I didn't have any trouble with the application, and I don't think Francis or any of us did. We were asking you questions
No, we
and to
just have some
clarify.
questions about it to understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that
Appreciate
that was the point
Thank
of
you.
it, all right?
Understood. Thank you.
This is what
Okay.
we do. I do have questions.
Go on,
Since you're
Francis.
expanding, are you adding bathrooms? And how many bathrooms? I can't tell where the bathrooms are and how
So-
many you have.
Raul, if you could, I don't believe so. I think my understanding is that, trying to see here, my eyesight isn't great. Raul, are you on still?
Yes, we are adding 2 bathrooms, one ADA compliant and another normal bathroom. So there'll be
No, I apologize.
2 extra
That is
bathrooms
on-
in the space.
Yeah, I apologize. That is noted on the, let's see, on page 2 of the application.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
really?
so
Okay.
I believe the major issue was about the outdoor. So the outdoor justification, I understand that. How do you justify that, and so on and so forth, and whatnot. So look, I think the bottom line is outdoor is not a priority for us. I hate to say this, I should never say this, but outdoor is not a priority for us. So if you are to go ahead, and if you can go ahead with the indoor, I can come back to you with the outdoor if that helps at all.
Francis?
I whatever the
I don't
community
have
is.
any trouble with any of it. I'd like to
Yeah.
go through it. If he's answered the questions, I understand it. We'll add the large venue stipulations to it,
Stipulations to the,
to the application. And
yeah, just a
explain,
question about the bathroom. That's
and
good.
that's all done. And the only issue is he's staying till 12, which is fine, is my own feeling about Sundays. But can I ask Mr. Sansom, who lives, is it a co-op or a condo above? What is it?
Yeah, it's a
It's a
condo.
condo above.
And they were very gracious to provide a nice letter again.
Yes, I saw it. I just wanted to make sure it was a condo. Okay.
So, Susan, just to your point, we are not ever, under any circumstances, will be operating on Sundays.
Okay. Well, we'll put that in the stipulation. All right.
So,
I would like to have the question called. If
Oh, wait, I got one more question.
All
I
right,
just want to know
Francis,
if they're
come
going to
on.
do any buyouts. I mean, I know you said there's going to
We-
be reservations and stuff for your sushi bar, but are you anticipating or interested in having any buyouts?
Do you
the
know what that
buyouts,
is?
Private events.
Yeah.
Yes.
the buyout meaning private events. The private events do happen, but the private events are all seated, not ever a rowdy 100 people buyout. It will be always the capacity of the restaurant. So if it is 40 people, it is a 40 people buyout. If it is a 50 people seated, it's a 50 people buyout. In other words, in essence, it doesn't change what we do on a regular service because our buyouts are always based on seated dinners. It's not standing dinners. So buyout doesn't change anything in the grand scheme of things because whatever the seat numbers are, that's what they see, and that's a buyout.
Okay.
How
It's
many
not
do you
flat.
anticipate in a year?
We do maximum 2 a month.
2 a month. Okay.
We can put that in.
But keep in mind, our normal restaurant runs probably 60, 70 people a night in 2 rounds. A buyout means 40 people a night.
Right.
At higher prices.
Okay.
Well,
Mitch,
Susan,
you want
not
you're
to-
okay
necessarily.
you're okay with, not waiting for the sidewalk cafe license, just like, that's, just to have it a green light.
We're more
There's
than happy
one
to get back to you with
already.
the sidewalk
Okay.
cafe next month.
He has one already, and as he explained, it's going to be winter time. Nobody's going to spend an omakase amount of money to eat in the cold. I
Okay.
just don't. I'm not that worried about
Okay,
it.
so you'll just adjust the open window
Thank you.
hours, correct?
Yeah, the open window
No.
should be closed.
So let me put it this way. Does it help? Because we have never opened our, no, let me finish. So we never opened our windows this summer. Does it help if we don't open the window and go with the sidewalk cafe? Because we never opened our windows. Trust me, because it's hot. No one wants it. It's a pain in the ass. We never did it.
That's fine. Don't open it. I don't have any trouble with the sidewalk cafe either. So I don't know how the rest of the committee feels. I'm inclined to move on with this if I get a call the question and a second. Francis,
Call a question.
do I have a second?
I second it.
Okay. Can I, let's call it this way. With all the additions we will add into the stipulations, would you please, are there any rejections?
I'm going to vote no.
Well, wait, I haven't gotten there yet, Karen.
Okay.
Any, any recusals? I asked for abstentions, recusals, no. Anybody no? Karen is 1. I will determine, since there are no other no's, that everybody is a yes. And we will move forward.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much, members. Thank you.
Yeah. And next time you come
Thank you. I
before us,
appreciate
you
that.
learn to be a little less hostile. All right, let's move on. Next one.
Thank you.
Who's the next one? 275 Church Street,
Church.
Tiny's Gumbo Bar. I think I had a question just about Sunday. For me personally, we can keep going on Ash.
For whoever is representing this location, please put your hand up and I will try to unmute you.
We have somebody or not? Nash?
Going once.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay,
we can
thank
hear
you.
you.
Okay,
You are?
my name is Raymond Schulke, and I'm co-owner of Tiny's Gumbo Bar at 275 Church Street.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
This is okay.
This is a method of operation change.
Yes.
In what way is it changing?
Well, right now we have a liquor license that allows us to play recorded music, which we do, but we're trying to build an audience, and we're hoping to do a live music component just to get more folks in off the street, so to speak.
What will the live music consist of?
It's
Yeah, the application says jazz trio.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to do, it's a Cajun Creole cuisine. My partner, Eric, who's the head chef there, has a Cajun background, I guess his family does. And we're trying to do like a clarinet, unamplified, totally acoustic thing for brunch, just to boost business, basically.
got it. So 275 Church, what's above you?
There's gallery spaces on the floor directly above. There is an elder gentleman who I think lives up there on occasion. He's not very present, so I can't say for sure.
Okay.
But it's, for the most part, that block is pretty much retail, and on the corner there's a high-rise condo, like four storefronts down.
Yeah. Any so live, we've got it, a little trio. I have the number of people. And Sunday, you're hoping to get a brunch crowd. Sunday, I'm loath to do 1 a.m. no matter what. First time around. It's not first time around. Do you have 1 a.m. now? You don't, do you?
No, we close at 10. I
Okay.
mean, our average closing time is 9:45.
All right.
I think the lawyer put that down on the app just to, just
Try.
to kind of,
That we're going to give
Yeah.
you 10. We'll put it at 10
Yeah.
on Sundays.
yeah.
That's what we like.
The neighborhood gets pretty quiet at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Anybody have any other questions?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right, what?
Go ahead.
So the three-piece band with a clarinet. So you want to attract people walking by off the sidewalk. Are we going to hear the music from the inside to the outside so people notice?
I mean, there'll
You
be
have the
some.
band then come in?
I mean, there'll be some leakage. I work at Lincoln Center at Geffen Hall with the New York Phil. I'm a sound guy. I have a sound company, so we'll mitigate any sort of acoustic noise, so to speak. I don't want it to be too loud in the restaurant anyway, because the noise floor with 50 people is noisy already. It's really just an attraction just to kind of get folks in. We just opened in May. We're trying to build an audience. So we figured, we'll try it, see if it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we're trying.
And yes, you should do everything. Are you having the windows open?
No, the windows don't open. We just have a front door, and we'll likely put a vestibule out front during the winter. So there'll be no, real open air ever,
Yeah, Mitch. Mitch, what's the rule on music leakage out past the door and windows outside?
The rule. I mean, it's basically it's the background noise rule that we've come up with. If it can't be heard in your apartment, and then it's background, and if it can, it's not. And it seems that if you're walking in the street, then you hear a clarinet at a low volume. That's not the definition of the background noise as if you were in your apartment. So on the surface, it seems to be okay if everything he's saying goes like that. But I don't think there's
if it doesn't, we'll hear soon enough.
Yeah.
Literally.
You will.
I think it's more of a visual than an oral attraction.
I think people be walking by and they'll see like a little
like,
jazz
"Hey,
trio
what's going
playing
on
in the
there?"
window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I mean. It won't be that much louder than our recorded music is right now. I can tell you that. So,
All right.
I will tell you that.
Put one of those. What do you call those things that they put on the street that advertise what kind of menus they have?
like a sandwich board.
Sandwich board.
Yeah, like a sandwich board saying live music and with an arrow.
We have a sandwich board. But yeah, we're just we just opened in May, and we're, just trying to make a go of it. So this is
All right.
another way to do it.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I'd like some clarification on your delivery. So you're going to do deliveries through a third party? That means Grubhub and all those people?
Yeah, we do. We have DoorDash and Grubhub now. Yeah, we've got third-party delivery. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you'll have some control over that because depending upon the number of orders you get at one particular time, you might have a load of bicycles and people, stacked up in front of your establishment.
I mean, I wish that were a
to-
problem. I wish that were a problem right now, but it's not. I think 80% of our business is non-delivery, and we have it's a small restaurant. I think our CO is 54, so it's not a terribly large restaurant. We have no ambition to do anything outside on the sidewalk. We're trying. It's a nice place.
We'll have to try it.
But yeah, I invite you to come in, and if you like Cajun Creole, it's good. It's very authentic. We import, most of our oysters and our spices from down south. We're trying to keep it real.
Okay.
So
Make sure you put the word jazz in the advertisement. You'll get a higher class clientele.
I totally agree. I couldn't agree more.
All right. So if there are no more questions, will somebody, can we call the question?
Call the question.
And a second? I need a second.
Okay.
Somebody. Okay.
Second.
So any no's? Any abstentions? Any recusals? All in favor? I will take, and good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. All right,
Bye.
That's what you call a mensch as compared to the last guy.
Oh, well, absolutely.
I agree, Joe.
Doubt about it.
100%.
Absolutely.
You don't insult Judge Judy.
Well, I mean, where does this guy come in to school our chair? I mean, seriously, I was holding back. But
You
who
know,
does that?
it was just, he was He was so defensive. It just doesn't matter. After a while, even my thick skin gets thicker. So let's go
Listen,
to.
he's a 5-star Michelin restaurant.
No, he's
Susan,
only got 1
please.
star,
Who
sweetheart.
said
Oh,
one
well,
star?
I mean,
No,
uh,
there is no 5-star. No French
I
fries
mean,
Michelin.
1 star.
Right, Bernard, not here. All right, so the next one is 25 Broad Street. Do we have the applicant here?
Spin.
Yeah.
Can you call my phone, please?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I hope my camera works. I don't see my face.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right, you
I
don't want
don't
to see
need
that
it.
anyways.
As long as we can hear you, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah, you don't want to see that face anyways. Nice to
That's
see
all right.
you all. Before I begin, I just want to make sure that the applicant is with me, Andrew Gordon. I want to make sure he was promoted.
Okay, and you are the attorney, and you are?
That's correct. This is Phil Doran from Pizetsky and Bookman.
Okay. Is he here? Onesh?
Yes, he's here. I'm asking him to unmute.
Okay.
Please unmute, Andrew.
It's a new
application. I'm Andrew Gordon, and it's a pleasure to be here tonight. Thank you.
Oh,
We're going to see if
sounds like we have a bit of an echo with Andrew. So, Andrew, you can stay muted just for the moment while I do some speaking.
Okay, let's go through the application, Onej, please.
Great. All right. So as I said, I'm Phil Dorn, attorney with Pizetsky and Bookman. With me is Andrew Gordon, as I just mentioned, who is the owner of Spin, the well-known ping pong establishment that has a couple locations in the city, as well as several others throughout the U.S. Andrew is looking to open a Spin down here at 25 Broad, which is the former Bobby Vans. The hours of operation will be midnight during the week and 1 a.m. Thursday through Sunday. There will be no outdoor space. And in fact, there won't even be space on the ground floor. Everything will be taking place down in the basement, which of course helps mitigate some noise. There will be recorded music as well as a DJ, though the DJ will only be, both the DJ and the recorded music will only be background levels as per your definition, so it will not be heard from the street. I also just want to point out that, and I think this is important to parse out, most of Spin's clientele is comprised of companies and employers in the local neighborhood, and as a result, people don't actually tend to drink too much at the Spin locations because they can't really afford to make a bad impression on their bosses. It's a very work event driven business. This is simply a place where people can come in, play some ping pong, enjoy a couple snacks and a couple drinks, and have a good time. Similar to a billiards bar, but a little more fun, in my opinion.
Move it along, Onej, the application, so we can see this. Thank you.
I will move it along as well. So if you have any questions for me, please ask.
Yes, I do. Stop. Sunday, not 1 a.m. There are people who live around there. That's not going to be on Sunday.
This is a residential building, I believe.
Yes, it's a
There's
condo
308
building.
residential units, Karen, within the property.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the building.
All are.
We did a great deal of outreach. We spoke with the management company for the building, and they fully supported our application, and they also presented it to the condo board and gave them a chance to speak out, and the condo board did not speak out against the application.
Well, it's in their best interest. You're a tenant.
Right. So I want to just understand, and then we don't have to go on. It's 8 to 12, Sunday to Thursday, and 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday. Am I correct?
That is correct.
And what you didn't check off music.
Didn't check. No, that's just on the stiff sheet that we wait to check off until after. the
DJ.
They have checked off
DJ
recorded and DJ.
recorded music.
Yeah,
I
in
didn't
the
see it.
remainder of the application, it's
Okay,
checked
yeah,
off as.
okay. Let's keep going.
The sub, they say they will be utilizing subwoofers. I'm just wondering if that might, that the pounding bass might affect any of the residents, because that has a separate, a separate feeling when the subwoofers are used, and if it's basically like kind of a ping pong place where background music is used, I would not think that subwoofers would be necessary for that type of,
There won't be any noise heard from the residents.
Okay.
There's of course the space above the floor above our space, which is the ground floor, which is not being used at all. And then there's the lobby of the building for residents, and then above that is the first floor of tenants. So we feel confident that the
Okay, and it might, and I hope that it does work like that. Just when I see that the subwoofers, like, why they're even necessary if the method of operation is as you described it.
Unless Andrew can speak to the actual sound system he has, I think it just enhances the music. It just makes the sound a little crisper.
No, it doesn't. It makes the bass more booming.
It certainly does. But Mitch, I'm going to leave it to the condo to deal
You
with
got it.
that.
You got
Okay?
it.
I'm
Sure.
not gonna, we don't have to get into that. It's not gonna
Okay.
be on the street. I think if that's a issue, the condo will have to deal with it. That's they're the landlord,
Okay.
Susan, it's Megan. Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
So they are renting the underground space for Spin. Is that going to be a separate tenant on the ground floor space, or are they renting that as well? What, if I recall, Bobby Vans had both.
Yeah, Bobby Vans had both.
Separately rent. What's happening?
We will only be using the downstairs space.
Using it, are you leaving?
We're going to be using the entrance that Bobby Vans used on Exchange Place, which leads immediately into the ground floor, and then the staircase is right next to the door and goes downstairs. Andrew might be able to speak. He's still in conversation with the landlord of whether a separate tenant might go in the upstairs space. But as it stands, we will just be renting the downstairs space.
They'll not have access. You'll use the entrance.
Just the entrance and the staircase down.
The space that's directly below the co-op or the condo. Okay.
Susan, I'm sorry, Joel, you go.
Just a couple of simple questions. Where's your second egress?
There's an egress on Broad Street that comes from the basement.
But you won't be using that only for emergency?
We'll be using it as an egress, but not as an ingress.
Okay, understood.
Not as an entrance. Yeah.
Can you just tell me a little bit more about, I know you said it's work driven, but is there a fee? How do companies apply? I just need to know a little bit more about your business.
Sure.
Which I love, by the way. I think it's great. I just don't understand it.
I think if you unmute Andrew, he would love to speak about the business model. I hope there's no echo.
Yeah, no, thank you. And great to talk to you. We have a lot of people love ping pong, and a lot of people have had great experiences in their life and in their childhoods, in many cases playing ping pong with family, friends, business associates, etc. And so we found that we do a number of corporate events as team building, where people can get together and spend some time in a more casual way with their colleagues. That's 75% of our business. The rest is friends coming to play a game and have a drink and a hamburger.
So is there a fee to get in?
Yes, we charge, like bowling, we charge a fee for the ping pong table rental, and then we charge a la carte for food and beverage.
How much is the fee for the rental?
Anywhere from $25 to $50 an hour for the table. You could bring as many people as you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to their 23rd Street one, their first one. It's pretty fun place.
Thanks.
It's more, yeah, it's more like a bowling kind
Right.
of thing,
Right.
but it's a ping pong. That's
Right. Just know, Susan, they intend to apply for a sidewalk cafe. I don't know if that makes a difference.
You mean have ping pong on Broad Street? I'm not sure, but we'll see.
No, I'm
We'll
just
see
saying
when
that.
the time comes. We'll see when the time comes, dearie.
Right, no, I'm just saying
Oh,
they
they
checked
have
off.
it. They have sidewalk cafe planned for the future.
Yeah, well, they'll have to come back. But I don't know what Broad Street will allow. You know, there's landmarks, there's a number of things there, so.
I can't
Get
imagine
that when we
chasing a
get
ping
it.
pong ball down the cobblestone streets of Broad Street.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you had to check though.
Was that a mistake? So we
No,
should
I
just
mean,
ignore that?
down the road, we may have just some outdoor seating where you can have a snack and a drink, but there won't be any ping pong out there.
Yeah, good luck with the homeless out there. playing
How many
ping pong.
tables do
Not
you
so
have?
many anymore.
There'll be 6 tables inside.
6 table, and your capacity is
134.
134?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
That's
so
a large
large
venue.
venue, yeah.
Yep. So we have to put the large venue stipulation.
Yeah, they're not
Language
onerous.
in there as
Don't
well.
worry, Andrew. You won't fall apart. Okay, let's keep going. We'll add that. Are there any other questions from anybody?
How many bathrooms?
We have a men's room and a ladies' room downstairs, in our space. I can't, I'm going to say there are 4 stalls in the ladies' room and probably 2 stalls and 2 urinals in the men's room.
Downstairs. So if I'm in a wheelchair, I'm out of luck.
There is ADA access from the building lobby where you can, anybody that's handicapped can get in and come down the elevator.
That's the way they have to get into the place
Correct.
anyway, period.
Yeah.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah, but is there a bathroom facility that they can use?
Yes, they will be able to come through an elevator down to the basement, and the bathrooms are on the basement level, where our ping pong club will be.
And the doors are wide enough for a wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay, so.
I'm sorry, can you repeat how many bathrooms?
There's a men's room and a ladies' room. It was built. We have not upgraded it. It's what was there, consistent with the C of O, which is the 134 people. I don't remember exactly, but I believe
There are 2 restrooms downstairs, one men's room and one ladies' room, each of which has several stalls.
And the ladies' room is accessible.
Yes.
Yes, both are.
When I was Bobby Vans, I had been there, so there you are, okay? All right. Can I have a call the question if there are no more questions?
Call the question.
Call the question.
Second?
Second.
Okay.
Second.
Any recusals? Any abstentions? Any nays? All in favor? Good luck. We'll all
Thank you.
come play
Thank
ping
you.
pong, Andrew.
Thank
Yes,
you.
we look forward to having you all there.
All right.
And
Is
you
there-
keeping this,
We never tell you
just-
who we are. We just show up to play.
Okay.
Forward to that. Thank you.
Susan, I have another application on. Is there any way we can jump to it really quick?
It's up to Onesh. We have a kind of we have an agenda.
Yes,
I'm
so
gonna drop
the-
off. I'm gonna drop off.
Is that the 25 Broad Street?
That we just did 25 Broad.
Which other one do you have?
Sono Hospitality, 33 Franklin.
Okay, you're gonna have to wait for that one. Sorry.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All
anyway.
right. We have let me just move through here quickly. And we have Pier 15, South Street. Who is on for Pier 15 South? Please raise your hand. Joseph Levy, I see you. Please unmute. Joseph, do you have any other representative with you here tonight?
No, I think it's
just me. Okay, great. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. I'm here on behalf of P15 LLC, doing business as Watermark on Pier 15, down here by the seaport, stretching out into the water. The application before you tonight is for an alteration. The alteration is pretty simple. Currently, the way the space is constructed, there's an interior stand-up bar with 17 seats at it. And there is no bar outside. The gross majority of the seating of the space is outside, however. What we're proposing in this alteration is to turn the inside bar into a service bar, meaning patrons would not sit at it. It would just be for service members to prepare drinks and food and things like that. And we will construct a smaller bar on the exterior of the premise that will have the same number of seats. However, it will be slightly smaller in size. So we're basically taking the existing bar and we're moving it, and we're turning the old bar into a service bar only. The addition of seats that you see in the diagram is just an extension of the existing seats that we're allowed to have outside. That is an additional allowance made pursuant to the Open Restaurants program. So there's no addition of seats as part of this alteration because, again, it's a temporary program. All other aspects of the operation will remain the same. Method of operation remains unchanged.
Are the hours being changed?
No, the hours are the same.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep, everything about this is remaining the same.
And there's no music that's going to be outside?
No, there's, it's background music at this point. And again, it's on the pier, it's over the water, and it's in an area where you really don't have any residents or much of anything around there.
Well, I'm going to say this because when you have a DJ and when the music gets loud, my friend Joel can attest to it, the water travels over the music and it goes to where people live.
The music travels over the water.
Music travels over
the water.
For sure. And again, the way they've been operating with the smaller speakers outside, that's going to be the way they're continuing to operate. Nothing's going to change with respect to the music or method of operation.
Well, the music outside is not great right now. And I like your restaurant very much, but you've been taking more and more square footage and, you've done a great job with it. But moving the bar from the inside to the outside, so now all that bar noise is going to be outside on the pier, right by the water.
Well, it's going to be right. It's going to be right up against the building. Actually, it's not going to be on the far side, but yes, the bar is being moved outside because it just, from a service standpoint, it just became pretty clumsy with people going in and out of that door, and most times the interior wound up being empty.
No, I get it, Susan. That's like having a bar on a rooftop. It's going to be the same exact thing. You're having a bar on a pier.
Yes, the bar is going to move outside of the building. It's not going to be on the edge, right up against the water. It will be on the outside of the building, but outside nonetheless. Of course, it'll be covered so that it can be utilized if the weather's less than ideal. And I think you guys have seen what happens there in the winter. They put up those igloos and things like that. And that was a great thing during COVID to allow people to actually be able to go out and feel safe. So, they control it the best they can. As far as the music, if that's an issue, I can certainly bring that to my clients and make sure they're aware of it so they can potentially, figure out a way to either keep the music down or find ways to mitigate whatever issue people are having. But as far as I know, we talked about this before, there haven't been any complaints there in some time, and they've been operating for about 8 years in the space.
Let me describe to everybody. They're not right on the water. Am I correct? There is a block of from 33 Peck Slip. There's Front Street, and then there's you have to cross over, I think, right? Or are you right on the water?
No, we're on the pier, but there is part of the pier that's a public portion that is not our portion towards the end of it.
Okay.
Susan, you know the elevated.
No,
Susan,
can I make a comment? I don't think the music would be a problem. I mean, over the piers, there are people, some of them, they have like playing music is loud music too. I mean, they carry their own boombox. I don't see why it would ever be a problem.
Yeah. Susan, you know where the elevated pier is?
Yeah,
They're downstairs.
I got it.
So they're
Yeah, yeah.
jutting out into the water.
Yeah. Well, they've been operating a long time. Their hours are not changing.
I have a question.
Yeah, go on, Pat.
This has
Yeah.
nothing to do with that. I just want to ask about their bathroom for actually different
Yeah.
reasons.
Thank you.
So, we're always concerned about public bathroom access. And I'm not sure I understand, where is your bathroom and is the public allowed to use it?
Yes, so there are no bathrooms on the actual premise of the licensed premises here. We are allowed to use the Maritime Pavilion restrooms, and that's part of our lease with EDC. So all of our patrons use the Maritime Pavilion restrooms.
Where is the Maritime Pavilion restaurant?
It's right next. It's under a 200-foot walk.
Is that the one that's under the highway?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's the one that
Yes.
closes at 5:30 or 6:30?
Yes.
So that's a problem.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
was
a
gonna
problem.
be my
I don't
question.
understand. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I haven't understood. If the bathroom closes, it's a public bathroom that closes at like 5:30 or 6:30. Where do your patrons go to use the bathroom?
No, I was
2
under the impression that there was some facility that's open during the time that the space is open. That was the deal that they made with the EDC originally.
I know. I mean, I went on a little
think
tour up
so,
there to
and-
see where the public bathrooms were, and they were closed. I believe it was 6:30. They were closed under the highway.
So
and Pier 17, Howard Hughes did not allow us to use what they told us were going to be public bathrooms on right below their roof. We were not allowed to use those bathrooms. So again, I say, where do your patrons use the bathroom?
I'm going to have to find out the
What time
answer
do
to
you
that
close?
question.
And what time do you close?
Open
2
till 2 a.m.
So from 6:30 to 2 a.m. and they're drinking.
Where do you
Well, there's-
go?
patrons use the
Well,
bathroom?
Yeah,
and
there's
they
gotta-
want to add more seats.
No, we don't want to add more seats. We want to move our bar. That's what this application is.
Well,
And I
you
understand it.
still want to
That's
move
not-
your bar, but you have to comply with the rules and
Oh,
with
of course.
the obligation
Of-
of providing your patrons with a place to go to the bathroom.
Oh, of course we do. I'm not denying
No,
that.
I
That's
know you're
absolutely
not.
true.
No, you're
And
not.
there's no way that they could have been operating for 9 years and not allow people an opportunity to go to
Right,
the
so I
bathroom
need to-
between the hours of 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. So I'll have to find out what restrooms are open that they're utilizing, because clearly there have to be some.
Yes. So
Yes.
I would appreciate if we would approve this tonight, if we do, that you will get this back to us before it's brought to the
Full
Oh,
board.
I can
The
get you this
board.
answer by tomorrow.
Well, you
Okay.
just call the community board and speak with Onej, and
Please.
he will take care of that. Please.
No
do that.
problem.
So I don't have to
No.
bring it up again at the full board.
No problem, Pat. I understand.
Thank
So,
you.
so
But this is
there are a bathroom in the Pier 19 one, right?
No, Pier,
There's one you go upstairs.
Pier 17, we were
No.
supposed to be
Pier
able,
17, yes. Yeah.
we
No,
were
there's
supposed to be
nothing
able to use
upstairs.
the bathrooms that
Oh,
were
it's
right below the
upstairs.
roof. And when we were there, we could not use those bathrooms. So again, I know that in the Tin Building now, there are some bathrooms, but the Tin Building is owned by a completely different, operator.
Entity. Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
should
I've had-
they have to?
I've had the
Sorry.
same issue. My office is right across the street. So I've had that same issue myself.
All
Okay,
right.
so
So
you'll
let's
get back
find
to
out.
us. Thank
You'll
you.
Get back to us.
Yep.
Okay, let's pass the menu. I don't need to see the menu anymore. What else do we have on this application, Onej? Please. Thank you.
Well, question. So you have
Yeah.
outdoor speakers playing until 2 a.m.?
There's small speakers outside and inside the space. Yes.
Till 2
At
a.m.
background level.
outside speakers. We allow outside speakers, Susan, till 2 a.m. We don't do it on
I
Stone
guess,
Street.
unlike, we have this resolution in 2017, and I guess we did we not?
Right, but now they're moving the bar outside, so that which might change how the DJ or how they interpret what their volume is going to be. So I kind of agree with where Joel's going on this one.
So what do you want to do?
Well, I don't want to approve the bar outside. I mean, if the speakers are grandfathered in, that's one thing, but I'm not moving more noise outside. It's already noisy. Maybe there haven't been complaints because we've adjusted to it, but I don't want to give it another level of noise.
Can I ask I have another question. I know, Joe, that this has been an issue that you've had, but again, Pier 17, on their roof, they have these huge concerts. Are you hearing that noise?
No.
So why, I'm not sure I understand when Pier 17 is making probably 3 times as much noise and you don't hear it.
Yeah, that's my point too. I mean, over there in the pier, there have people like free to bring their own music and play. I mean, I don't see what the problem.
I can't speak for individuals walking with a boombox, but I can speak to what you're trying to do. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you just contribute to more noise, and it's on the water. Do I hear the stuff on 17? No, but we do hear you because you're on the water.
Do you hear them already?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So how would you mitigate this, Joel?
I would not approve the bar.
The moving
outside.
Or removing the out.
I also have a comment in the chat that I will read. I am also concerned about the volume of music from the watermark. It has been loud enough to impact vessel operations this year. I'd comment to please not move the bar service outside, which is likely to induce the kind of party atmosphere that makes loud music at the pier edge, making it difficult for crew on nearby boats to hear safety critical instructions while working aboard ships, serving the public around this historic seaport. Thank you.
Who's that from? Who's that from?
Somebody named Margaret Flanagan.
Yes.
Who is Margaret?
Father Flanagan?
No, Margaret.
I'm sorry.
Who is Margaret Flanagan? Is she here? Did she? Is she attending the meeting?
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
Right, but is she on the phone? Is she attending the meeting? Who is she?
Margaret, can you raise your hand?
There's some other hands.
Joseph. I can't see them.
What about
is that you on the phone, Margaret?
Joseph Levy's me.
We're echoing again.
There's a caller.
Well, let's call on Margaret Flanagan and ask her who she is. She can unmute herself, or you can unmute her. Onej.
Hello, can you hear me?
Are you Margaret?
No, I'm
hello,
an associate of Margaret.
I apologize for the technical difficulties. This is Margaret.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a merchant mariner. I work on a number of different companies' passenger vessels in the harbor, and it has often struck me how loud the music is in the Seaport District where many vessels operate.
But is it specifically this bar?
When you're near Pier 15, it is specifically from the bar. I appreciate that many people are enjoying the waterfront there. So I certainly don't want to minimize what Watermark can offer in other ways to the community. But I think volume is an issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the real question is what has been raised of moving the bar outside. whatever the complaints, I'll call on you in a minute, Francis. Whatever the issues have been in terms of noise or music, it is the whole aspect of moving the bar outside that adds an additional flavor and issue around noise. Francis?
I'm still with the bathroom issue, and also they are requesting an increase of seats.
Yes.
No.
It's you have 344 seats outside.
Yes, and we're not asking for an increase in seats in this application. This is an alteration to move the bar. The increase in seats is pursuant to the open restaurant program, which is temporary, which we currently have. I just gave you the diagram so that you could see the layout of what's currently allowable.
Tell us the diagram, Onej, please. There it is.
And that's
the
where
old
igloos
diagram.
are going to be.
That's the old diagram.
Be up
the new
there
one.
in the winter.
That's the new diagram. Correct. So when the igloos go up, the orientation of the tables changes slightly, and we can't have quite as many tables because the igloos take up space.
Right.
But it's a fun activation. They're working on an activation right now that's holiday themed, which is pretty interesting. It'll be a family friendly event as well. You can go to their website and check it out. It's pretty fun the way they're activating the space.
So the question I have is, why are you moving the bar outside? Let's ask that one. Besides the bathrooms, which are real,
Yeah, I mean,
you'll have to find out. But why are you moving the bar outside?
I had answered this earlier. It became very clumsy from a service perspective. They needed more service area, which they're doing inside, and the inside wound up being empty most of the time. People wanted to sit at a bar, but didn't want to be inside by themselves. They wanted to be outside and enjoying the water. So moving the bar outside allows people to come up and sit at a bar easily without being inside, and gives them more back of house space, so to speak, with a service bar inside to let their staff prep and have more space to do that.
Yeah, I heard you. I just
What about
I needed to
leaving?
hear that again. But what about in the wintertime?
They have these.
So again, it's covered. They have the igloos outside, and they make it work. I mean, they haven't done it yet, obviously, because they haven't been approved for this yet. But they'll find ways to make it work. Maybe with heaters. Who knows?
Susan, what about leaving the speakers inside, but then now to mitigate some of the noise, not having the outdoor speakers? So this way, it'll really be background music for them, because the people will be hearing it from a little distance inside.
Well,
That's a good idea.
I like that idea. If we leave the bar outside and have,
It's a compromise.
Well, I mean, the reality is the doors are going to be closed to the inside. You're not going to really hear much outside from inside at all. And the pier's pretty big. So having intermittent smaller speakers throughout the space is really what
Well,
works
then you don't
for
really
that.
need a DJ.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt.
wait,
I'm-
one at a time, please.
Sorry.
Maybe I'm confused. So people are complaining right now about the noise that they hear coming from this establishment, and it's inside, correct?
No,
No,
the
no.
establishment is all outside.
There's
The only thing
300
that's inside
seats
is that bar
outside.
with 17 seats.
300 seats outside.
That is what currently exists. The only thing
correct.
that is contemplating being moved here is a bar with 17 seats from inside to outside.
Yep.
All
That's
the
it.
music right now exists outside.
Yeah, there are speakers inside, but again, there's no one really inside, so that's not really a factor.
But there's speakers outside. That's what people are hearing, Pat.
Right, Susan, I have a question though.
Correct.
So, if you want to move the bar outside, why don't you reduce the amount of speakers you have outside?
There's only 2 speakers.
But
There
it's
aren't many speakers
obviously
outside
making
to begin
so
with.
much noise that we have all these people complaining about the amount of noise coming out of those 2 speakers.
You know that you're going to have to, Pat is correct in some way, and we have to come, without belaboring this on and on, we have to come to a compromise. So you have to give us something that you want to do to mitigate some of the noise. I understand the bar outside. You're outside. It's the space. It's
So,
what it is down there. So what
so
can
could,
you
could,
do?
could I recommend different and smaller speakers throughout the pier as opposed to the larger speakers that may be giving off more and unwanted noise? So it could really be something that would be more in line with a background or ambient sound as opposed to, music that might be coming off of bigger speakers that maybe is carrying.
I'm
That's
fine with that,
yeah.
but you have to be able to it has to be in the stipulation. You have to be able to describe it to us what it is and how you're going to do it. I'm certainly willing, if you can get it to us, to look at, and I have Mitch review it. He's our speaker man. But I don't have trouble with this if the speakers are reduced and they're fewer and they really are background, not this beating sound that carries across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we could certainly do smaller speakers, maybe more smaller speakers as opposed to bigger speakers to make sure that it maintains that ambient level throughout, as opposed to, having it be louder at points and softer at points and
Right.
potentially carrying more.
Right, and
And
you
I don't
angle
know if
them a
this
little
is
more down so that they're not,
Yeah,
and you angle also and towards the water and down, so it mitigates those things. That seems to be like a happy compromise in a way.
also, I don't know if this
yeah,
is a stupid suggestion, but is it also the bass, the amount of bass that's being used? Can you lower that?
Well, I
So
think if
people
he
are not hearing
lowers,
the pounding sound?
well, I think if he lowers it and makes it ambiente, if it's background, and to do some of the things, it depends on the music they play. The basses.
Because also, let me just say that by moving these 10 people, I guess, or 17 seats, whatever it is outside, you're already increasing noise because people are going to be talking. So you're increasing that noise. So decrease the other noise with the speakers, and then I would not be opposed to.
Yeah, I think if you can get us what you're going to do so you can describe it. But I think we have to go back to the other issue is you also have to get us the whole thing around the bathrooms.
yeah,
Because
I
we
can.
totally, as we say in the old country, we're fatutzt. We don't understand it. And here we are, and people have to be able to handicap access. I mean, you just got to do all of that. All right.
I totally understand, and I just looked at the resolution that you guys put up on the screen a second ago, and it indicated there were 2 bathrooms in like the hornblower room or something. I don't know
Yes.
what that is, and that's different
Yes.
than what I
Yes.
had
That's the
previously, which
bathroom.
was just the public restrooms in the Maritime Center. So I'll get clarity on the bathrooms and how patrons use bathrooms after 6 p.m. and I'll get information and specs on smaller and more speakers and whether there's a plan we can put together that would quell that issue as well.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm not done yet, so I'm sorry. So, Mitch, I need you on this. So, smaller speakers doesn't necessarily mean smaller sound. You could have very small speakers, as we all know, even like Bose speakers that project a lot of sound. So you're really talking about the decibels. Mitch, what's acceptable on a decibel level?
Joel, I'm not so I appreciate the question, but you really need to I'm not an expert. I'm an expert on certain things, a lot of things musical, but not on some of the technical, stuff like that. I could tell you what will help.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
We are discussing the extent whether the modification of the bar to outside or not. But I think the music is already there. They are not changing the sound configuration.
But
Let me be a separate, because I don't think like moving the bar in or out has a lot of impact on the noise. So maybe this should be two separate issues.
No, I think it's the same thing, Bernard. I beg to differ with you.
Why would move a bar outside make the music more noisy?
Well, no, it's a number of things that we're responding to. One, that we have complaints from people around the current noise situation, and they're moving the bar, increasing people's ability to sit and make noise, which is fine. but they have to mitigate the music, which causes even more with the people who are increasing. They're increasing.
No, that's actually my point, though. You know, they are not increasing the volume because they move the bar outside. So in the sense
We're
that
asking them to do that. It doesn't matter. You may
yeah,
not
so
agree.
the music level is still the same. So I mean, should that be a quality of life issue? That the noise and stuff. They
Well, I think we're responding to people who have complained, not just Ms. Flanagan. I got 2 calls today, and
no. My point is that okay, you deny the multiplication, but the music level still stay the same. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, Bernard.
There's no whether you approve the bar moving inside or not, outside or not, has nothing to do with.
He's right about that. But while we're at this has been an issue. While we're giving them this that they're asking for, we're asking for something we've been asking for quite a while, and that is reduction in the noise.
No, I understand that, but I mean saying that they are saying that okay, you are us like want to get rid of the noise completely, but I think that's not what we are discussing here. I mean, if they get a compromise, lowering the volume and then move the bar outside, I'm okay with that. But I'm saying that if you are saying that you want to get rid of all the speakers, then
nobody's saying
No,
that.
no, we didn't say that, Bernard.
No, Bernard. We're not saying that, and we wouldn't do that to this business.
I actually suggested
Okay,
a
yeah.
compromise, which was what you were saying.
Yeah, I understand.
So I'd like to move this along. So
Hey, Susan, can I make a comment?
Joseph is Mark. Go on.
Yeah. There are just a few unanswered questions here tonight that I'm not so sure that we should vote on it until we get the answers regarding the noise, the speakers, and particularly the bathrooms. I would like maybe to defer it to the full till we get to the full board and caucus. At that point, comfortable a positive vote on this right now. There's just too much uncertainty about things.
I tell you what we're going to do. You can
Make a
agree
motion.
with me. Let's make a motion.
Well, I don't want to make the motion. I discussed my proposal.
No. We don't have to make the motion. I think we can all agree on this. We have 2 really big outstanding issues. All right. One is we'd like you to, we're not asking you to get rid of the music. We would like you to lower and really make it an ambient music. And we need an answer on the bathroom. And if you get that to us before the larger board meeting in November, the full board meeting. Thank you, Pat. We will try to meet beforehand or set up Onej and I and Francis will help write the resolution to present to the committee. All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right,
And-
everybody. Do I have?
And if I could just, can I make just a couple more comments before I close?
Yes,
I won't
please.
belabor this any further, but a few things. Number one, if there are noise complaints about this place, it would be really helpful if people could contact them and let them know. So that way they could do something about it before we have to come here and hear about it for sometimes the first time. That would be really helpful because they are conscientious operators with about 20 licenses in New York City over 30 plus years, and they've done a pretty good job across the board. So that would be helpful, and maybe it would avoid a conversation like this in the future. And the second thing, just for you guys to know, this is a non-500-foot rule case. And while I'm happy to do these things and get them done and get back to you very quickly, I just wanted to just make that point so you have it on the record.
Thank you. Okay. So get us the information. We'll set up the resolution and we'll bring it to the full board on at our large meeting. All right.
When is the full board meeting?
The full board meeting is on the 22nd at 6 p.m. And I would appreciate it if you could get me all the information by the 18th, which is the Friday before.
I would like it. If you
I
can
will.
do it.
I will get you the bathroom on the answer on the bathrooms tomorrow. That's easy.
And then
The
music,
speakers,
it'll take
they're
a
going to
few more
do.
days. That's fine.
They're going to try to do the right thing here and do it the right way. So that's going to take a couple more days.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I have one
Okay.
question.
What?
It says in terms of the music, it says that you're not going to have any live music.
Yeah, it's recorded in DJs.
It's always been that way?
As far as I know, yeah.
That's not true because I attended a concert there.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely not true.
Yeah,
So
I
they could have
attended.
they could have done a special event and gotten the permit for it, but the method of operation has always been recorded in DJs since the application was filed. I can't speak to, special events that they may have pulled special permits for.
We can't, that's true.
Okay.
Okay, but that's, we can put that in the stipulation. All right.
Okay.
Okay, can we move on? Thank you.
Okay, next we have 123 William Street. For the representatives, can you please raise your hand so that I may unmute you and move you over? Phil and Sherry?
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
Okay, so I can hear my voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's me. Let me just.
Hi, my name is Sherry, and I'm the manager of Dim Sum Palace located at 123 William Street. So for our restaurant, the restaurant is still under renovation right now because the landlord demo the whole place. So when the previous tenant, they just moved out. So right now, the renovation for us will be at least 6 months. So we are going to open next year, maybe around April. So for our restaurant, we're a Chinese restaurant serving dim sums and the typical Cantonese dishes. And for our dining area, it's around 2,500 square feet. And we have around 128 seats inside with a bar. And our hours of operation is we open 8 a.m. in the morning because we have dim sum, we serve breakfast, and we open until 12 a.m. So actually, we divided the location into 2 parts. So for the left side, we serving dim sum from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And for the right part, we serving Nanqiang dinner, and it's open. So the bar open from 12 at long, 12 until 12 a.m. So and actually for the Dim Sum Palace, we have 7 restaurants already. They're all in Manhattan, and the last one is our 8th one.
How many days a week?
7.
They're all called the Dim Sum Palace.
So the cross street is where?
Is the cross street is Fulton Street and John Street.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Isn't that the Social Security building?
I'm sorry?
Upstairs, isn't that the Social
Yeah,
Security building?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I
it is.
think it is.
It's a government building. So the ground floor used to be, was that open kitchen downstairs?
Yeah, I think so. Before, for the previous tenant, they have the open kitchen.
Yeah, it was the open kitchen space.
Yeah, yeah.
Big one, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's in the government building.
Yeah, it's yes.
Yeah.
Social Security, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Chinese restaurant, and we could use a very good Asian restaurant in the neighborhood, but I'm going to say you're going to have a lot of takeout and a lot of bicycles on the
No,
sidewalk.
we don't have any delivery by ourselves. We only got third party. Yeah.
They don't, dim sum really doesn't do, mostly dim sum restaurants don't do takeout, very rarely.
Okay.
I mean, that's the truth, Joel.
No, that's fine.
Uh,
So actually, for the dim sum, we have two new restaurants open this year. One is in Times Square and one is at 23rd Street. So for those two, we serve fast food like dim sum and Hong Kong BBQ, but we don't do a lot of takeout. We have dining area, and people always go inside and dine inside. We do less takeout actually for our dim sum.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just glad someone's taking that space, and
That'll be
sounds like-
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good restaurant.
Are there any questions on this one? I went through it. You can keep going and look at the inside space, Onej. I think they sent us a drawing.
So this is a full liquor license or beer and wine?
No, just beer and wine.
Beer and wine.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
And they're not going to apply. You've checked that they checked that they will not apply for a sidewalk cafe license.
No, we don't like sidewalk cafe. So
Well, you gotta uncheck that because there's no way you could have a sidewalk cafe.
No, definitely
Yeah, that's
not.
true. That's
William
true.
Street.
We got enough space inside actually.
Yeah,
So
it's
the previous
Well, that's
tenant
nice
have
to
PA
hear.
permit. So right now we're going to apply our own PA permit. So our architect is still working on it.
it's a very narrow sidewalk.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Anything else, anybody?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Yeah, how many bathrooms do you have?
Two. They have two. I was able to decipher the
I
layout.
wasn't able. Okay, two. And one is ADA accessible, correct?
Both.
Both are.
Okay, perfect. So could I have a call the question in a second, please?
Question.
Second,
All right. Any recusals? Any no's? Any abstentions? Well, good luck. We're looking forward to it, and it'll be ready by spring, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. We have one more or two more, Onej?
We have one, two, I think it's three more.
Oh, God. Let's keep going.
Okay, so 199 Water Street, the representatives, if you can, oh yes, I see you, Michael. You can unmute. Were you able to unmute, Michael?
Or pizza.
Okay, yes, Michael, you can go ahead. Michael, we can't hear you. I see that you're unmuted, but we can't hear you.
Is there anyone else from that company that's the representative?
All right. Well, if not, and he can't unmute, let's move on and see if he can get himself unmuted by, I just want to keep moving. So let's put this off for now, Onej, and go to the next.
Okay, the next would be, I think it's 83. Let me just make sure that I have the right. Okay, the next, 33 Peck Slip.
Hello, everyone. This is Phil again.
Hey there, Phil, you can go ahead.
Okay, can we get rid of the echo?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
All right. And hey, there's my video. And you can see me. Okay. Before I begin, I just want to make sure I have the two applicants with me this evening, Gunju Huang and Alfio Celia. I see they are attendees, so we should be good to go.
Good evening, members.
All right.
All right, let's go, Phil.
All right, great. Thank you. Like I said, my name is Phil Dorn, Pozeski and Bookman. With me are Gunju Huang, who is part of the ownership team for the hotel at 33 Peck Slip, and Alfio Celia, who is from Crescent Restaurant Group, a highly experienced hospitality group that will be heading the food and beverage operations for this hotel. I just got a message that Alfio was booted from the video, but he'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'll keep moving. Together, the two, Sona Hospitality and Crescent Restaurant Group, Crescent, which manages food and beverage for over 100 properties in the U.S., are purchasing the hotel at 33 Peck Slip, known as Mr. C Seaport. They will be maintaining a nearly identical method of operation to what is currently in place in the hotel, which includes a restaurant on the ground floor and a hotel lobby bar. Both the restaurant and the lobby bar will be closing at 1 a.m. 7 nights a week, and they'll have background music only, recorded music only, and some outdoor seating, just as there currently is on the pretty cobblestone streets down at the Seaport. The food and beverage operation doesn't seek to serve a party crowd. The hotel's target clientele will be business people and tourists staying in the downtown area. There's no nightclub aspect, there's no rooftop aspect, etc. As you all know, this area of the Seaport is not very residential, and for that reason, we are confident that this will not at all impact the quality of life for those that do live nearby. However, just to be certain, the applicants conducted a great deal of outreach in the community, and that came in the form of over 100 signatures from residents in the nearby area, and they did not receive any backlash for the project. So I will leave it at that, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask away.
Are there public bathrooms?
I believe there are bathrooms in the lobby. Let me pull up the floor plan real quick.
It's a hotel. They should have bathrooms.
Well, they should, but is it public for,
Yeah, can the restaurant people use them?
Alfio, can you speak, or Gunji, or I assume the bathrooms are public, but I just don't want to.
Yes, they're available for the restaurant patrons to use.
Great,
They have to be.
Yeah, they have to be.
Have to be, I just want, Okay.
All right, you guys are fixated on bathrooms tonight.
Oh, well, what the hell. Anyway, go on. Any questions, please?
I want to make a comment. Like I live in a building down the street from the hotel, and my apartment faces that way. And your rooftop rooms, although it's not consistent, but sometimes there's some loud parties going on those rooftop rooms that you have. Yeah, that have balconies.
I will just say that pertains to the prior tenant and not us. So we are purchasing this hotel, and we plan on, having a high scale, upscale operation there. So it won't be serving a party crowd. But if there was ever
no, sir, and I'm just making a comment. It doesn't happen frequently. It's just, and I can be specific because one of them was like a bridal shower, and they were singing certain songs, and then there might have been one time when there was a fraternity, and stuff like that. But just so you know, it does happen. So
Thank you, Ms. Curtis. We will certainly take note of that. And
yeah, that's
and
it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Susan?
Fine. Go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment again, this is a large venue and large
We
venue
see it,
stick
yeah.
should apply.
Yeah, we will attach the large venue. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Are there any other questions? I'm okay with the hours too.
No, so basically it's just a change of hands, right?
That's exactly right.
Basically, it's just a change of hands.
New
Yeah.
ownership.
Okay.
Ownership.
So, can I have a call the question and a second?
Call the question.
Second.
Okay. Any rejections, recusals, abstentions? Okay, Phil, go home.
You guys were good to me tonight. Thank you.
We certainly were.
And tell Max we said hi.
I certainly will. He sends his regards. He's sad he
I'm
couldn't
sure
be here
he
tonight.
does.
I'm
He's
sure
in-
he is.
He's in Queens. He didn't just take the night off. He's dealing with another community board.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everyone. Happy holidays.
You too.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Safe
Thank you.
holiday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Next one. Right.
Representatives for 83 Maiden Lane, please raise your hand so that I can move you over.
What's the cross street?
It's Maiden Lane between,
What and what, yeah.
let me think. Mm,
Liberty and William Street, the cross
yes,
streets.
by Williams. It's
Did we lose you?
Michael, you can go
Everybody
ahead.
frozen? Everybody frozen?
Yep.
Michael
Yep.
Kelly, can you hear us?
Well, Susan isn't moving. Oh, there she is. Are we frozen? Are we frozen?
Pardon me. What are your
Okay, I have Michael Kelly, who is, Michael, you're already a panelist. You're a representative. We cannot hear you. And I have, Eoin is, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Eoin Foyle, I just moved you over. You can, where did you go? I just moved you over.
no.
This again.
Why do you want to change? I can't stand the echo. Go on. Okay. Where's the applicant or his attorney? Somebody here?
Sorry about that, Susan. I think the applicant just got booted off. We'll have to wait for them to rejoin.
Okay. Oh, hi, Mariama. I didn't say hello.
So you said William Street and Maiden Lane?
Yeah,
What's the address? I'm sorry, Susan.
that's all right. It's 83 Maiden Lane.
Michael, we're still having trouble hearing you. Do you want to exit the meeting and rejoin along with the applicant? I see that the applicant has not rejoined.
This is is this a it's not a hotel, it's an office building, is it not, 83?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
You can't really tell because of when you go on Google because of all the scaffolding.
Yeah, I can't tell either. I am, you know me, I'm not inclined to give them till 2. That's they're residents all around
And
there.
it's a big place. It's a large, another large venue place.
Yeah.
So
And I don't.
what's
Eowyn, you
next
can
door?
unmute. Eowyn Foyle, you can unmute. You are a
Here we
participant.
go.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yes, we're having some technical difficulties there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Susan, what's next door?
I'm looking.
You can't really tell because, like I said, if you look on Google Maps,
It's across from 10 Liberty, if I remember correctly.
It used to be the old the Sleepy's store on the corner of Gold Street and Maiden.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Sleepy's, okay.
Yeah, the old
So it's
Sleepy's.
across the street from the hamburger place, Five Guys.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's next door to the new pizza place, Tostadillos, and a couple of doors down from Jim Brady's.
Yeah, and there's a
Right.
wine place there.
So
Okay.
you're a large venue, so you'll have to meet our large venue guidelines. But my question is, we're not, I mean, to just cut to the chase, we're not inclined to give you till 2 a.m. Right out the back, right out the gate. We just don't do that.
Well,
So I don't know what
we-
else my committee wants or what you want to tell me.
Sure,
but
of course, yeah.
that's,
So when we got approved a year ago,
yeah, this is not a new application.
no, it's a whatever. That's
Yeah.
right.
When I got approved a year ago, you guys said that if I kept my nose clean and I wasn't a problem, I could
That's
apply for
true.
my 2 a.m.
Yep,
So that's just me. I'm just back a year later. And how you doing?
Fair enough. But so have you been operating all this time?
Yes, correct.
And I walked by it and like I'm a ditz. I didn't notice. Is that it?
I that's your comment, not mine.
And what are your hours now until 1?
Yeah, so when I was there a year ago, you gave me until midnight, Sunday through Thursday, and 1 a.m. on a Friday and Saturday, and that's what we've been doing for the last year.
Can we up it an hour each way on each end and ask you to come back?
I think what you're
A year ago, you
experiencing.
said you'd give me a 2 a.m.
I think you have 1 a.m. on the weekends, do you not? Friday
I
and
have 1
Saturday.
a.m. on a Friday, Saturday, correct.
Yeah, I'm inclined to give you till 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday. And I think the neighborhood is such that everybody's feeling inundated. I certainly Sunday to Thursday, although I think I don't like Sunday, Monday to Thursday, I would give you till 1 a.m. I think we would give you to 1 a.m. And again, I would say to you, word of honor, 6 more months, but we're all feeling so inundated by all of this.
Of course, I
and
understand that.
that it's over the top. I have no problem. And you think you'll have the business Friday and Saturday till 2 a.m.?
I think so. I own the bar up the street as well, the Malt House, and we have it. So we've had a 2 a.m. license there for about 7.5 years, and typically after like midnight or so, we get kind of like bartenders and servers in from like Italy and a few other restaurants. So it's kind of more for them really. They just kind of line the bar and nothing too crazy. But I keep my kitchen open till midnight. So if people want a bit of a late bite or something like that, that's kind of what it's for, you know.
Well, I think Francis is. I'm willing to give you till 2 a.m. I mean, I have to hear from the rest of the committee. There haven't been complaints.
No.
No, I know that. Friday and Saturday till 2, and I guess one the other days. Does anybody have any other?
So it's just the 2 days that are 2 a.m. just Friday and Saturday, not
We
Thursday,
give them
Friday,
till
Saturday.
2. Well, we'll give them Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What the hell? Pardon me. Well, why not?
Yeah, I would give them Thursday, Friday, and Saturday too, but I wouldn't touch the other days. I would not touch Sunday.
Well, Sunday, no. I think that's correct. I think that we'll do that, and I don't mind the others. You'd keep them at midnight, Joel?
I keep them at midnight and give them extra on Thursday.
Okay.
Is there a time I can come back? Because you did say a year ago you'd give me 2 a.m. if I was a good boy.
I think
can I come back in 6 months?
Come back in 6 months.
If
Maybe
I come
I
back-
won't be here.
Okay, let me propose this. So if we give you till 2 a.m. on Sunday when Monday is a holiday, can we stretch it to you come back in a year and ask for the whole package?
Ooh, a year is a long time. I've already waited 1 year now.
How many months? Look at how many holidays fall on Monday.
Not enough.
Let's do this. I don't have trouble, Joel, with the 1 a.m. for him. I really don't.
I just wanted to say that
Yeah.
where he's located, there is a Harry's. Is it still there? It's around the corner and across the street, and that's a residential building. But I don't think it's businesses where he's located. I don't.
No. Across the
No,
street is no. Across the street is a very high rental, right?
Yeah, but that's like further down the street.
It's
in
right
front
across
of-
the street.
It's in front of Louise Nebelson Square.
Yeah, but it's at the end. It's there, and then there's another whatever. Listen, I
There's
don't.
one
have any-
across the street at 2 Gold Street also. It's a huge residential building just on the other corner.
Thank you,
I just-
Mariama.
Yeah.
So listen,
And there's
I don't.
residential above all those commercial streets.
There's no residential in this building here. I live in 2 Gold myself across the street.
Yeah.
And
I have to say, everybody, we've had no complaints. I don't have any trouble. I just, I don't like Sundays. But
I understand that. Well, a Sunday's a sacrifice. That's fine. I can leave it at 1 a.m. on a Sunday if you want to do 2 a.m. for the rest of the week.
no.
All right, I thought I'd try that one anyway. It's all right.
No. You don't slide.
I'm willing to do 1 a.m. I think Joel's not, but I think some of us are. And I will give you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday till 2.
Okay, and what about the rest of the week? Gonna do midnight on Sunday?
What did he have? What does he have?
We have midnight, Sunday,
okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday right now. I'm looking to if we can extend that. How about 2 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if you're okay with this, and 1 a.m. We can leave it at midnight on Sunday, 1 a.m. for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I can come back at some other time.
Thursday.
What is the goal? To be open till 2 a.m. 7 days a week? I mean, I don't understand what we're talking about right now.
That's the application. But if you want to sacrifice
Everybody
Sunday,
stop.
Let me put my camera on so I can.
Yeah.
I just want to understand. I don't live that far. I don't live that far over, but I do live on Gold Street, so I know the street very well. I don't know of any complaints of your establishment, but I don't understand what it is exactly is the goal here. Like when you say come back, we're talking about 2 a.m. right now. So are you trying to get 2 a.m. 7 days? Is that it?
well, that was the
Basically,
application.
yes, Mariama.
Yes,
That's what he's trying- You're
basically.
a smart cookie. Of course, that's what he wants to do. And we told him to come back. But I think in your hearing from the community, we're willing to give you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday till 2.
Yeah.
But I think and 1 a.m. the rest except for Sunday. I think that's plenty, and it's so hard for the community. Yeah, it's over the top for everybody.
And you know what it is also with COVID, a lot of establishments began to close really early. And so it's back to being somewhat of like a ghost town. I was actually looking for some place to go one night.
Happens.
I'm sorry?
Go
I
on.
couldn't, I was actually looking for a place to
Tried
go
calling
to
on the
not that
phone and
long
I couldn't
ago.
get through. I just heard the
Oh,
meeting.
someone's on
but
the
that was
phone.
it.
Mr.
Michael,
Kelly,
Mr.
phone.
Kelly.
yourself.
Did I what?
Mute yourself. You're on the phone and we
On
hear
the
you.
phone? Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. So Mariama, finish.
Yeah, I was
please.
looking for a place in the area that was open till 3, 4, and only found one. Went over there at like 10 minutes after 3, and they were already doing the last call because they want to make sure they're out, and nobody else was open in the area. So I just say all that to say there's really not a need to be open super late on Gold Street or William Street or Nassau Street or any of those streets anymore. It's like dead. But I'm fine with 2 personally.
2 for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and 1 on the other
Yes.
days?
Yes.
Okay. Ian, we're gonna do that. I think we're all in agreement, maybe not Joel, but I think, is that okay, Francis?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
All right. So can I have we're gonna give.
Call the question.
Yeah, Mr. Kelly, for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday till 1.
No,
Till 2, till 2. Take it back till 2. Sunday. Well,
Well,
You want to leave it at midnight on Sunday? That's fine.
yeah, and then Monday,
Tuesday,
Tuesday, and Wednesday till 1.
1
Okay, Mr. Foyle.
Thank you very much. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Okay.
no, I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay.
Any? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wait, I need to call the question. Don't go away. I
Call
need
the
to call
question.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Second.
I
Second.
it.
All in, any recusals, any nays, any abstentions, then it passes. Good luck.
Thank
Goodbye.
you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we have one more.
Leave this on there. Yes. All right.
Actually, we have 2 because we did skip 1.
Okay.
200
Liberty.
Okay, Gary Brandt, my panelists, and I have 2 Garys. Okay, 200 Liberty, you can go ahead. Gary? Mason. There we go. my panelist. Mason, you can go ahead. You can unmute.
Excellent. Great. Oh,
Let me just mute myself.
okay. All right, everyone. Try to make this as quick as possible. Thank you again for your time this evening. My name is Mastin Sansom. I'm the attorney for the applicant. I'm joined here by Gary Bryant, the executive vice president of the applicant, as well as Caitlin Daly, who she is the compliance manager. The applicant is Mad Scientist Brewing Partners, LLC, DBA 6 Point Brewery. The application before you is for a branch office. They have a number of other locations throughout the city as well as state. So it's a branch office. So essentially, branch office for a brewery location, and also an on-premises license as well, which, as you probably know, the alcoholic beverage control law allows that to occur. This establishment is about total indoors, about 7,000 square feet, 2,500 outside. It's only got 1 bar. It's a U-shaped bar there. The hours of operation are actually very reasonable, I think, given the discussions here. Friday and Saturday of 11 o'clock close time, and during the week of 10 p.m. Obviously, that would be in accordance with your outdoor policy, I believe, which requires closure at 10 p.m. There are various types of music that we're looking for, including live recorded and DJ. as well. Yeah, the recorded is the background. And I mean, that's a general overview of what they're looking to do, but I'd like to maybe, unless you have some immediate questions here, maybe turn it over to Gary Bryan, again, the Executive Vice President, to just provide a little bit more color on the plan for the space.
Well, I do have a question.
Oh, okay.
One is, I thought you're going to have dancing. So what kind of, maybe the owner or the operator will answer this. What kind of dancing and what kind of, to use Francis, are you going to have parties? Are you going to buyouts? So you could answer those questions as you describe what.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing dancing here on page 6 of the application.
I don't know why I saw it somewhere, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Go
not
on.
filled out. Well, okay.
We'll fill it out. Go on.
I see, do you permit dancing? No. It says no,
Right.
it's checked no.
Well, my mistake. Thank you.
And then I'm sorry, you asked about dancing, and there was one other item, I believe, that you had a question about.
Like buyouts, like parties.
Oh yeah. Private events. Gary, do you intend on having private events, and if so, roughly how frequently?
Yes. Good evening. Thanks for your time. Basically, private events for us are more and I want to make sure we distinguish between a private event and a buyout. Where a buyout is we close the facility to for the public for a private party or something of that nature, versus an event where you want to have a birthday party with yourself and 10 friends. That's considered a private event in my world, so I'm not exactly sure how you classify it. We typically, buyouts are not something we do a lot of. Every location that we have different demands and different requests, so we like to be somewhat open-ended for consideration for private events. Most of the times, it's a company buying out a facility on a Monday night for a Christmas party, something of that nature. I would say on average, our facilities, maybe once every 4 to 5 months, there's a buyout. That's just a general rule, but typically we're very cognizant not to do buyouts where we're closed to the public, which is the reason we're in business. So we certainly don't do that very, very often.
Okay. Any questions, anyone?
I'm sure that looks very attractive, like right about now till January, because we're going into the holiday season and we just came out of COVID. So I'm hoping for you that a lot of companies reach out to you and want to do little events so that they can have all their employees in a safe, secure place. But I would think that you'd be looking at doing a number of them in the next couple of months.
Well, that would be awesome, but I have a feeling it's going to take us a few more months than that to get open. Our goal right now is probably an October 23 opening. That means, because we've got to do a lot of construction. It's a fresh build out, so there's a lot of work to be done between now and next year.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I totally missed that. That went over my head.
That'd be awesome, though. I wish you could help me with that, but unfortunately, there's a lot
in the future. So you look forward to it in the future.
All right. Are there questions?
Well, I might as well ask about the bathrooms. Yes, we do. We do have private bath or public bathrooms for our patrons. Is a men's room and a women's room. Both have 2 stalls in each one. In addition, the building lobby has bathrooms that are accessible to our facility. There's an entrance from the building lobby, which is a commercial office building, as well as from the exterior of the building. So we do have, I believe, significant bathrooms by New York standards.
And they're ADA.
They are, yes.
I mean, ADA.
Yes, ADA, and there's an ADA stall in each of the 2 restrooms.
And It goes without saying, this is a large
A
venue.
large venue, yeah.
Correct.
I have it. It is a large venue. All right. Can I move along?
Yep.
Okay. Can I have a call the question and a
Call the
second?
question.
Second,
All right. Any recusals? Any rejections? Any abstentions? Well, sir, good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
I hope all these places really work. All right, the next one is
Place with the hours and the fact that it's a large venue and where it's located, I have a feeling they're going to do very well. You know,
well,
I
the
mean,
hours
because
are fabulous.
the
Yeah.
hours are great. They'll probably be great for, you know, like teenage parties, little kitty, you know, stuff like that, you know.
In a brewery, but what the heck do I know anymore?
Well,
All
you know,
right.
they can modify that, beverages, but
All right.
Michael
199
Kelly,
water.
Yes, 199 water. Michael, you can unmute.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. This is a tavern wine application for Cristiano Grimm LLC, doing business as X Pizza. We're located at 199 Water Street between John and Fulton Streets. We basically serve pizza. We have 3 tables, 10 seats, and a service bar in a 229 square foot location. We do have 6 tables and 12 seats outside in the plaza. We're in a 35 floor office building. The hours of operation are 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., 7 days a week. We have background music inside. There is no outdoor music. We've been open and operating since August of 2022. We've submitted signatures of support, and if there's any questions, me or Cristiano will be happy to answer them.
Any questions, anybody? This was not a hard one. No, I think not. Can I have?
Oh no, I do have a question about the bathrooms.
Cristiano will answer that. They're not in our premise, but there's public bathrooms.
Right.
Cristiano?
Because you're right in the seaport, and where would they go? Would they go into the building? Can they
They
go
go
into
a block away to the public bathrooms that they have
block
permission to use.
away? A block to the infamous bathrooms on South Street, right?
Cristiano?
They've
I
used
believe
the
that
sa- they
that of those,
probably
yes.
they probably use the same bathrooms that are on that South Street location
Yes, I believe everybody uses them
when they're open.
when they're open.
Okay.
I don't see Christiana on the call, Michael. I think she left or something happened, maybe some technical difficulties.
All right, it is what it is. Any other questions? I think it's okay. So, do I have a call the question?
all the
Call the
question.
A second?
Second,
All right. Any recusals? Any nays? Abstentions? You pass.
Okay, sorry about before.
That's all right. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Oh, can I just ask you one question before you leave? Are you in the space where the lobster place used to be?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't
That's
think
coming
so,
from-
Francis.
yeah.
It's different.
I think that's down the block a little bit.
Really? Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure. All right, everybody.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
of you.
Thank you all.
It's only 12 minutes before Joel's slipper gets lost. I don't know whether he's still on, but we're off. And I thank you all. I thank you all for all your hard work and all your questions. I really do appreciate it. You all should know that. Take care of yourselves, please. We'll get that other thing to you, Onesh, and I will look it over. All right?
So, Nesh, thank you all.
Good night, all.
Thank
you.
Thank you all. Good night.
Bye. Have a nice holiday. Bye.
Everybody, yeah. Well, we'll see each other before.
Oh yeah, we will. Okay, bye.